Hi all and welcome back to another video. If this is welcome back and you're not subscribed, please hit the button. I'm hoping we're going to hit 1,000 subs by the end of February. In today's video, we're going to be having a look at a film called Bergger Pancro 400. So what is Bergger Pancro 400? Bergger itself is a company that's actually founded quite recently in 1995 by two guys. And I'm going to probably butcher their names, but I think they were called Guy Gerard, who was a chemical engineer, so he had all the sort of chemical and photography know-how, and also a chap called Daniel Boucher, who was more of an economist, so kind of knew how to run the business side of things. And in 2017, Bergger released a film called Pancro 400, and it was the first new black and white emulsion in over a decade. It's a dual emulsion film that has two different types of silver in it. One is silver bromide and one is silver iodide. And that means they've got different grain sizes, so you do get good exposure latitude when using this film. So onto the trip. Here in the UK, we are still in a national lockdown, so it was yet another local walk for me. I'm starting to find my local area a little bit uninspiring at this point, and I imagine that's the same for quite a lot of photographers out there. But I feel like with film, having all these sort of like different film stocks is what's kind of keeping me going, and I'm having fun experimenting with them. So with yet another dark sort of overcast day, I headed out with Pancro 400. So all of the images in this video were shot using this guy. This is my little Rollei 35. It's a camera that I'm absolutely loving at the minute. It's one of my favorite cameras and it's getting an awful lot of use and an awful lot of screen time here on YouTube. Now at the start of shooting this roll of film, I actually put a new battery into here so that I could use the meter on the top of the camera to expose my images. Now I ended up with pretty thin looking negatives, and that tends to mean that I underexposed or something went a little bit wrong in development. Now, this isn't the first time that I've had thin looking negatives with Bergger. So in a previous video, back when I was in St. Ives, I shot a roll of Bergger Pancro through my Yashica mat. And in that video, I used an iPhone app to expose my images, and I developed an Ilfocell and I got thin negatives. In today's video, I'm using the meter inside my Rollei 35. I've developed an HC110, and I've still ended up with thin negatives. Now these are two methods that I've used extensively over different films and had pretty good results. So at this point, it's a little bit frustrating that I just can't seem to get the sort of nice rich negatives out of Bergger Pancro. So is it me? Is it the film? It's hard to know, but in this video, pretty much all of the images have been pushed one stop in Lightroom to brighten them up a bit. So I think the next time I shoot this film, I'll probably stick it through the Leica M6, as it's the meter that I know I can rely on the most, and I'll probably overexpose by one stop and see what results I get. What I would be interested to know though, do you guys have a film that's a bit of a nemesis? Bergger Pancro is definitely mine. Shot it twice, pretty rubbish results both times. Do you guys have a film stock that just hasn't worked out? If you do, I'd love to know which one it is down in the comments. I feel like these images have that sort of gritty feel to them. There's quite a lot of visible grain and the images look quite rough and sort of grungy. And that's definitely the Bergger Pancro coming through, and it's a look that you'll find in an awful lot of the images shot with this film. Now for me personally, I don't think that sort of look really suits the sort of landscape travel sort of photography that I do, but there is definitely a place for this sort of film stock in photography, and I think it really sort of suits the sort of street photographer or maybe architectural photographer, where that sort of rough, grungy feel can really sort of add to the sort of emotion and feel of an image. So the the all-important question of would I shoot this film again? Now, I think this is a pretty tricky one, and the answer is yes, but one more time. And depending on the results, depends on whether I'd ever shoot it again. So I'm going to stick one roll through my Leica M6, where it's got the meter that I'm probably most used to, and then I'm going to develop in HC110, and if I get good results, then yeah, I probably would shoot this film again, especially when I want that sort of rough, gritty look. But if I get bad results, I'll probably just call it quits and not try again. If you have shot this film and you've got some tips for me, feel free to leave them down in the comments as well. I'd be great to hear if you guys have pulled this film and got better results, as I'm pretty open to suggestions at this point. As ever guys, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!